What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Never Alone podcast with me, your host and friend, hopefully, Nana Emmanuel, and thank you for joining me, guys, for another episode of the podcast. Hey, yay! Okay, I need to sit down, but welcome back, everyone. Hi, hello, um, and welcome. I'm so happy to be here recording another episode of the podcast. It is, however, my phone. It is currently 9:52 at night, so this is a little bit late to be recording a podcast episode, but here we are. Here we are. I made a commitment to record and post regularly, so that is what we are doing. Hello, welcome. Oh my gosh, if you're new here and you have no idea who I am or what's cooking, what's going on, hi, hello, my name is Naledi Manuva, and this is the Never Alone podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. We talk literally anything and everything under the sun. And if there's an episode you'd want to listen to, probably be this one, because that is exactly what we are going to do. Talk about anything and everything. So welcome back. Thank you for being here. And I hope you enjoy the episode. So guys, I don't know where to begin. Let's do a self-check-in moment. Self-check-in moment, how are you doing? I hope that you are well. I hope that you're happy. I hope that you are healthy. I hope that, sorry, this is really annoying me. I hope that you are taking care of yourself, and I hope you had a fantastic day today. I hope you did something fun, something you enjoyed, something that made your heart happy, and I just hope that you're doing well. Me, I've had a good day. What did I do today? I didn't do much. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving soon, so today I had PT, physical therapy at 10. Um, Honestly, I'm having a little bit of issues with my leg, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. And then I came back. I was gonna go to the gym, but the gym was closed. So I was like, okay. And I just came back and we went to the shops, bought some stuff. I just had some dinner, and I've kind of just been sitting in front of the TV the whole time. I watched a movie. I watched Thunderbolts. Um, and I am meant to do work right now, but I'm doing the podcast, and then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna finish an assignment that I need to do. But yeah, that's me. I'm doing pretty well. It's so crazy. I was thinking about this. I go home in. Oh my gosh, this keeps happening. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. I hate to be that guy, but that's okay. We keep going. We're gonna keep going. I'm just gonna try speak better and more clearly. But my microphone died, so I go home. The show must go on. The show must go on. But I go home in um in I go home on the 5th. I think that's like 8 days. I actually can't believe it. A part of me is like, I don't want to think about it too much because, in a way, it's so far. It's so far, but it's yet so close. So I'm kind of just going through my days and doing what I need to do in between, and then before I know it, I'm gonna be at home. And it's so funny. One of my teammates and friend, she left 2 days ago, and she's currently back home in Australia. So it's just like, yeah, I actually can't believe it. I think November has gone by so fast, but also a part of me is like, I still have 4 exams to do. So yeah. Anyway, that is me. I hope you're doing well, as I said, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, so originally this episode was gonna be a different thing, but I was like, "Ugh, I'm not really in the mood to talk about that. So I'm doing something else. So I was like, pivot. So we are going to talk current obsessions today. Now, this is my old journal. And I was kind of, who was I talking to? Wait, yeah, I was talking to, or I was doing like a Bible study situation. And we were talking about playing with patience and, what that means. Or just like being patient. And one of the girls brought something up. Like I was looking through my old journals, and I was like, "Wow, look how far I've come." But yeah, so I'm gonna share with you a bunch of some of the stuff is pretty random. So please, let's just like be kind. Um, but some of them I need other people to know. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Here we go. See over here is my current obsessions. I feel like I should like talk about some of these, but then there's some new ones, obviously. So right now, so I have current obsessions over here. Oh, and I have current obsessions on my phone. So number one, the thing that's up here, that's like in the front of my head. We need to talk about it, guys. I know everyone on the internet is talking about it, but I need to talk about it. I need to have this kind of like documented in some capacity. But Dancing with the Stars season 34 has come to an end, and I have a lot of thoughts. So we know Mr. Robert Owen won. Did I want him to win? No. Do I like Robert Owen? Yes, he's a nice man or whatever. But after last night's finale, I was like, Alex, oh. Now, mind you, I think this season is like probably one of the first seasons I've fully been in tune with like Dancing with the Stars. I've always known about Dancing with the Stars and kind of loosely followed it, but I've never like watched it. And the only first time I actually knew about it was when I came to America. So I've known about it, but this season when I tell you I was locked in, I was in, you know, and watching it's actually been it's actually been such a crazy journey. And I know, I mean, I'm not on the team, so I can't imagine what it must have been like for them. But as a viewer, watching just like stories and people improve and just sitting in front of the TV every Tuesday at 8 o'clock at night, just watching these people like, you know what I mean? It's been so fun. And it reminds me of why, not to get, it's not even deep, but not to get like, ugh, but I just love like entertainment and TV. And it's kind of weird. Like, I think about some people and they really bash entertainment and its role in like society of like this is so pointless and whatever, which I can kind of see, you know, but it's so fun. Like, it's entertainment. Like, not to call out my friend, not at some point she might see this, but we watched Barbie yesterday. Kind of weird, random pivot. We watched Barbie yesterday. And I can acknowledge that Barbie is, it's not a serious movie. There's obviously like really deep, serious themes in there. Um, but it's supposed to be fun and it's entertainment. And my one friend was kind of like bashing the movie of like, this movie was bad. Which, number one, what is bad? Because art is, I'm gonna forget, subjective, objective. Let's go. It's actually really bad. Art is, I feel like every time, okay, I'm getting it. Art is subjective because how you see things is based on your own. I feel like I've said this before, but like based on your own human experience is what you are gonna view as like good or bad or whatever. So you can't just say something is subjectively good or like objectively good or bad. And I was like, it just didn't sit well with me because I'm so passionate about entertainment in general, and not even just entertainment, but like art and just arts in general. And so when someone says something is bad or like this was rubbish, I kind of feel like offended and attacked because I love it so much. And in my head, I'm like, it's entertainment. Like, it's not supposed to. Maybe the hope is that maybe it teaches you something, but it's not like the goal isn't to teach you something or to like, well, I don't think, at least, but I was just like, anyway, Dancing with the Stars, it has brought me so much joy the last like 3 months, just thinking about it every week and looking at these people's stories and like people dancing with some experience, some with no experience, and I'm just like relishing and loving it. So I'm not gonna talk about the whole season, but the finale last night, I want to say that I knew who Alex O was. I obviously not before coming to America, but I was aware of her. I never really followed her. I just knew she was like a influencer content creator. That's literally all I knew. Like, I don't have TikTok, so I have no idea. But I will say after last night, I'm officially a fan of Alex O. Like, guys, I mean, number one, she got perfect score the whole night. Unpopular opinion, controversial opinion, I think she should have won. And I'm gonna speak my thoughts on Dancing with the Stars in a second, but not saying that Robert is undeserving, but I will get into it. I when I tell you I was blown away. This girl, I don't know if she has Down syndrome, but like seeing her from the beginning to that last performance, guys. When I tell you, I think about that freestyle. I know it happened yesterday, but I woke up this morning and I was watching it on my phone. I was like, oh my word, this was literal chills, music choice, dawn style. My favorite styles, I think, is the Paso Doble. I don't know, Paso Doble and Viennese Waltz. I know very two different, like completely different. I do like the tango, but I say my favorite is the Argentine is the Paso Doble and the Viennese Waltz. Like one, two. I like that so much. But the Paso Doble is such an aggressive dance that I love it so much. I don't know why, but even one of my favorite performances of her was her Paso Doble during the season. And she really pulled it out. She really pulled it out for the freestyle. Like, oh, honestly, and I know I haven't seen really Dancing with the Stars, but that's probably one of my favorite dances I've ever seen. Dancing with the Stars. Like, that's the kind of dance that is I'm gonna remember for a very long time, and I'm gonna look back on for like a while. And same thing goes for Jordan Childs' freestyle. It's just like iconic. It's kind of, even though they didn't win, it's kind of one of those things that cements itself in Dancing with the Stars history of like, this was a moment. Like this, wow. And I'm not bashing Robert, like he's a good dancer, but I'm just not gonna remember his dances. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And that's my issue. I feel like there's a lot of weight in with Dancing with the Stars with the voting, like in audience. I know it's an audience based thing, but at the end of the day, guys, it is a dancing show. Like we're here to dance, not like who likes who more. So I feel like I don't know how you would do it, but I feel like there needs to be like a balance of like the weight of maybe like the judges' votes and like America and Canada because and I think Robert was really good this season. Like he was consistent. I feel like his dance was the jive all the way every day. Um, and he seems like a really genuine guy. But I just think like I'm not saying he's not deserving, but the story, hear me out. The story of Robert Owen winning Dancing with the Stars is just the I feel like Disney is eating it up. Disney, ABC is eating it up. He's like, look at what we could. I just feel like his story is exactly what they wanted. Like his sister wanted with Derek, who is a judge. So obviously there's a little bit of like Derek knew Robert when he was 11. Anyway, sister wanted with Derek a couple seasons ago. Now Robert is back, and it's just like that full circle moment. Like you see the video circling around, full circle moment of like, oh, his sister won, and now he won, and his dad would be so proud, like the legacy he's trying to leave. And I'm not saying he's playing, like I was like, I would make jokes. Obviously, it's not really funny, but make jokes of like, oh, he's really getting the people on his side with like his stories and like his obviously like genuineness. And I don't think I feel like he's really that way, which makes it so like, oh, like he's a good guy. But like I want Alex to win, but like I'm not mad that Robert won either because he's a good guy. And I don't know, I don't know how ABC Disney works, but I just believe that the story of Robert Owen winning Dancing with the Stars, and even America believes it. America believes it. They see the videos of him when he was little. Dancing with the Stars being like, it would be a dream to be in the ballroom. They're like, oh, like let's make this happen. Let's make Robert win. So obviously they kind of buy into his story, and obviously like we all know Steve Owen. He's like, and then obviously Robert's always talking about him, and it's just like it's the perfect story and it's a good story. You know what I mean? And then there's Alex, who I don't really know what her story is, but it's not Robert Owen's story. I'm sorry, but I was rooting for Alex purely based on that finale and like progress throughout the season of like having like I think she kind of spoke about it, but having that determination or having that confidence. Because she kind of spoke about it in a video I think where she was like she felt as though that she was a type of like person and maybe doing Dance with the Stars or this kind of thing would not fit into her, what people would usually see her as, or like her niche. So kind of her doing Dancing with the Stars was something for her. So it feels really personal now of like Alex's journey of choosing to do this difficult thing, and we've seen her grow throughout the season. I guess not as many people connected with that because I mean she is Alex Earl, like stunning, gorgeous, it girl of the internet. But that performance last night was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was watching it with my roommates and we were all like jaws down on the floor. Just like you feel chills when you watch something. I was like, I'm happy for her. Like you can see her like conquer the anyway, let me stop talking. Alex, if I ever meet Alex Earl, probably never gonna happen, but if I ever meet Alex Earl ever in my life, I will recall this story. I will be like, girl, couples years ago when you were on Dancing with the Stars, I watched you in that finale and I became a fan. Like I don't know you that well, but that was one of the like in terms of maybe I'm being dramatic, but in terms of TV and performance and entertainment and just pure like fierceness, because you could tell like there's like this thing of like you can tell I don't know what it is, but I think about Elaine, her dance last week to get into the finale, her paso doble. Like there's this determination. Like I don't know what it is, but you can feel like this person wants it. Like they want to win. Well, they want to be the best. And I could feel in this dance of like doing the most in the best way. And I don't know why that just resonated with me. I don't hate Robert Owen. I just think Alex should have won based on performance and story. But I feel like Robert had the better story, and he's a decent dancer as well. But also, I'm happy for Whitney. I kind of like Whitney, so I want her to win. But even Jordan Childs and Ezra, like in terms of, I feel like for them, not saying that they knew that they weren't gonna win, but in terms of like iconicness and making a moment of like what people are gonna remember, they did that. They really did do that. So I'm sad that this journey of Dancing with the Stars is over. I'm obviously going to be following like these people. I'm aware of these people already, but wow, television, entertainment, wow, unbelievable. Okay, I feel like I should move on. Moving on, I guess since we're still in the realm of entertainment, another thing I've been obsessed with lately is music. Now I love music. I know people be like, "Yo, I'm also obsessed with music." Like, yeah, but I love music. I do. If you don't know, I play a little bit of the guitar. I think, how long have I been playing the guitar for? I think I've been playing the guitar for I want to say 4 years now, which is kind of crazy. 4 years. And then I recently got the keyboard like piano. I'm learning the piano. A couple of months ago. I think like three months ago maybe. So that's really exciting, and I love music, guys. I don't know. Excuse me. I wrote in my journal a while ago of like this thing. I don't know what it is, and hopefully, I hope in a couple of years I will learn to discover like what it is or what it was. But I have this thing inside me where I feel like it's I have this thing like pulsing and urging to like come out in terms of like passion. Like I'm really passionate about art in many forms. Like I love music, I love, films and television. I think I like, theater. And I really have this urge to explore that feeling, but I'm so timid and don't know what that would look and I don't know what that would look like. But I know like it's there. I know I'm probably making zero sense right now. I'm so sorry. But I know it's like it's there, and I feel like I just need to take that first step. And I feel like I've taken a step, maybe a little step in that direction because, guys, I wrote a song. I wrote a song 2 days ago. Now, mind you, my intention by no means means, and I mean this fully. I say by no means is to become like a recording world renowned artist. I purely just love music and just want to share it one day, maybe. I'm no singer. As you can tell, my voice is horrendous. I have no voice. I'm like half decent at playing guitar. I can barely play the piano, but I have a dream. I have a dream. So I wrote a song, but a lot of these songs that I am like wanting to write are kind of rooted in poems that I've written. Like I have this poem here, which I wrote a while ago, which I'll probably read to you, but a lot of them are rooted in poems that I write because I love poetry and I love writing poems, and I have a lot of poems that I've written over the years. So if I can take those poems and kind of work its way into like a song, and yeah, so I wrote a song a couple days ago. I would play it for you, but it's not ready yet. So I was like, wait, I actually can't believe I finished it. I actually can't believe I wrote a song, and I was like, oh. But yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. So I'm just obsessed with music. And in one of my anatomy classes, this professor, I wish I actually, honestly, like I wish I did a better job at reaching out to this professor because he seems like the nicest man ever. But I'm just so, I could not be asked, if I'm being honest. Like I could not be asked to like reach out to professors. But every morning, every morning, don't be like me. Like actually, reach out to your friends, because they will help you. Um, what was I saying? Every morning before class, I would walk into this class when I would go, um, and he would play music, and he would play some like video or something. And one day I walked in, and he was playing some, I think it was like jazzy kind of blues typey kind of vibe. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And it was this artist, Dina Washington. I was like, wait, I obviously had never heard of her, but I was like really inspired. And I kind of went down a rabbit hole listening to like Dina Washington. And I don't know, I've just been really inspired by blues music and jazz. And I just love music. I don't know what to say. I love music. As I said, I am still. I feel like I don't know what it is though. I don't know if anyone's ever felt like this, but you feel like maybe you're meant for something, or maybe you are meant to do something, but then things change, and now you have this. Or you've always real. I feel like I've always. I feel like this goes way back. I've always had this deep urge, in a sense, to express myself, but I've always been afraid and timid to do that because I'm scared of being judged, obviously, or being embarrassed or whatever. Like I think back to, I think one of my biggest regrets is that I wish I'd done like some sort of drama when I was young, even in high school or primary school, some sort of drama. I really think I would have loved it. I know I would have loved it, but I was so shy and so scared that I just didn't do it. And I just stuck to what I knew and knew that I was good at, which was sports, anything athletic. Not to gas myself, but that's like the truth. And that's where I kind of like did well, was like in sports. But I'm not saying that's not what I wanted, but I wanted to do sports and I wanted to do, explore this other thing. And I feel like I'm faced with that decision once again, in university, of like I feel this thing. I feel like I need to make a pivot or I need to explore something else. But I just don't know. I know I'm speaking in like weird, like I'm speaking kind of weird now, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, moving on. So, yo, on the same topic as like music, Cynthia Erivo. Now, I have not seen Wicked for Good yet. I know, exactly. No, I know. It came out last week. Stop. Oh my gosh. Last week on Friday, I think it came out. And reason I have not seen it is because I, number one, want to watch it at home. Oh wait, no, that's not true. Number one, I have no money. Yeah, I have like no money. Number two, I would prefer to watch it at home with good popcorn I just want to have a good experience watching for the first time. And when I tell you I have not been on Instagram in the last week, like my main Instagram, because to avoid spoilers. I obviously know certain things like from the you know from the music. Like I know some stuff, but the movie I don't want any part of it to be spoiled to me. So I've just been off Instagram for the last week, and I basically just have to do it for another week because when I go home, so my flight is next week Friday. Yeah. And then I'll be home on Sunday and I plan to watch a movie on that Tuesday because it is half price at the movies on Tuesdays. Yeah, oh, I should watch it at night. Yeah, so I haven't watched Ready for Good. Guys. Oh, guys. I was talking to my roommate, my friend the other day, and I was saying to her, I was like, this December is about to go so hard in terms of cinema. We have Wicked for Good, obviously, and I guarantee I will watch that more than twice, more than once. And then Stranger Things. I feel like someone's here. Stranger Things came out today, so I'll be watching that. I think I'm not watching it tomorrow, to be honest. Stranger Things, and then we have Avatar, The Way of Water. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It's still in the movies. I'm just like, we are being fed. I'm being fed by these people, these creatives, and I'm so grateful. So grateful. I rewatched Fantastic Four yesterday. Unbelievable. Vanessa Kirby. I watched Thunderbolts today. Unbelievable. Florence Pugh, what's this guy's name? Lewis Pullman, everyone in that cast. Oh, amazing. And I feel like I should watch a movie today. I don't know. But yo, I haven't seen Wicked, and going back to what I was originally talking about, Cynthia Erivo. I've just been really, I don't know what it is. Mm, I don't want to be like weird and say like I feel connected to her in some way. No, but I I've just been like I feel like she's really been in my ear in not an annoying way, but she's been in my ear a lot lately. Like I was listening to her albums a lot, and I've been really enjoying them. Like the recent one, I Forgive You, is actually unbelievable. Like it's like in terms of a body of work, so good. Um, and I've been listening to this podcast with her and Michelle Obama and friend. Sorry, I think his name is Craig Robinson. Sorry, and I've just been like hearing her story, and and she just recently came out with a book, which I want to buy. Oh wait, I should actually buy it. Then I can read it on the plane, guys. Wait, where is it being sold? Oh wait, sorry, I'm getting distracted. No. And I just felt really inspired. Imagine this thing's been on the whole time, and I've just been, and I've just felt really inspired by her and her story, and kind of, I don't like I didn't know her. I was aware of her in The Color Purple, and then I was aware of her in Harriet and all these things, but I didn't know. I knew who she was, obviously. I knew she could sing, but I just didn't know her like that, and I don't know. I've just been I've been obsessed with her and listening to her and everything and her story. I feel like she would be such, excuse me, a really interesting person to talk to. I don't really know how old she is. I feel like regardless of age, irrelevant. I feel like she's lived a lot of life and experienced so much, and I just think that talking to her would be like I would just not attack, but I would just bombard with questions and be like, what is it like? All this stuff. And I'm just so fascinated by people who do these grandeur things and amazing things and just become like the people they are. Because I guess in a way, if I think about Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo in this moment in time, if they really do feel like larger than life, not larger than life characters, but like having this movie come out that's just had this huge impact. Like, okay, now everyone everywhere knows who you are. It's just like, whoa. And I mean, Ariana Grande is Ariana Grande. You know what I mean? And this on top of it, it's just like, wow. And I would just, I don't say I would do anything to like speak to them, but I'm just so curious to have a conversation with them and just like talk, you know. So I've really been loving her, or Cynthia Erivo, and I wanted to. I'm thinking about her album, and what my favorite song is, and the ones that I've been playing a lot is. I have to look. No, but the ones that I've been playing a lot is I know You First is one I play a lot. Worst of Me, Save Me From You, obviously. I really like Play Play the Woman. It's kind of like, and then there's another one that's also kind of like. Anyway, let me not say that. Um. Okay. You First, great. Play the Woman, love. Holy Refrain, amazing. And Brick by Brick, I think all my top ones that I play a lot. Yeah, I've really been in my music grind lately. I don't know what that's about. I just love listening to stuff. I feel like my one friend was like, one time, because I'm always listening to something like podcasts, like I don't know, maybe this is a real thing, but there's always something on with me, like music, podcasts, TV, just something on my phone, like video or something on. And one day, my friend, she asked me, she was like, um, "Do you like silence? Do you like silence?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." Or she was like, "Do you ever sit in silence?" I was like, "Yeah." I've actually, yeah, I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Why would you also?" And she's like, "I don't know. I just feel like you always have something on." I was like, "Because I like it, because I want to have something on." I don't know. I guess that's also kind of like how I grew up. Like the TV was always on. There's always music playing. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a sense of comfort that comes with that. Of like, when you're young and you stay, say, alone at home for the first time, and you just don't know like what to do, whatever. And you put the TV on, or you put like something on just to make it feel like you're not alone. Um, that's kind of the memory that comes to mind. And it feels, I don't know, it just feels better when things are on or when music's playing. Like, why would I not want to like feel good when I'm cooking or like sitting down or like journaling? Obviously, oh, I can appreciate a moment in silence. Believe me, I love moments of silence, but I just like music more, I guess. Um, so yeah, I've also been listening to a lot of like musical music. I want to not discover, but I want to find, excuse me, sorry. This must be so like weird to look at. But I want to find musicals that I haven't really listened to more before. So number one that I've been listening to is a newer musical called The Outsiders. I know it won like some sort of Tony Award. So I was listening to the cast album, I listened to the music and trying to understand. Like obviously I haven't seen it like, but I'm trying to understand what it, whatever. And yeah, The Outsiders is one. Another one is Two Strangers Carry a Cake, or Strangers Through New York, something like that. Loving that. So I'm listening to all of that. Um, yeah, I'm always listening to like Skid Row from Little Shop of Horrors. That's my hype song. It's not really hype, but like it's just that's my song right there. And I recently discovered the Jonathan Groff version. I've been listening to the other one. But the Jonathan Groff version is just more like, and I just like the love and you started downtown when you're poor. All my life I've always been poor. So good. I keep asking God. Sorry, it's just so good. So I remember, I just imagine what I looked like doing that, just like kind of tweaking. No, it's just every time, every time. And then listening to Suddenly Seymour. I mean, there's like a couple of songs that I always go back to, and it's kind of basic, but like also been listening to Hades Town again, um, and yeah, like I would only really listen to like Wait for Me from Hades Town, We Raise Our Cups. What else did I listen to? That's pretty much it that I listened to from Hades Town. But then now this is like All I've Ever Known, If It's True. Oh, the wedding song. Oh my gosh, just all of it, like all of it. And it's just like I think if I think to uh, sorry, if I think to a musical that I really want to see live, like if I had to pick one musical to see live, I feel like I don't want to say Hamilton. I feel like I've seen a lot of Hamilton. Obviously, it probably would be Hamilton, but no. I think it would be Hades Town. In terms of like music and everything, Hades Town is probably the Hades Town or the Outsiders. If I'm thinking about the music and what I want to like experience in musical theater, I'm thinking Hades Town and just like gosh, hopefully one day. Who knows? Um okay, moving on. What else am I obsessed with? Okay, pivot. We're gonna pivot to a whole different dimension, whatever. Food. Cottage cheese. Guys, cottage cheese. Now, TBH, to be honest, the only reason I'm actually like into cottage cheese is because it has a lot of protein. So I'm just like, yes. I just say yes to protein. I just say yes to protein. That's all I do. But honestly, like it's actually elevated my life. Like my roommates kind of were like, you should get on cottage cheese. Like it will change your life. I was like, okay. Because I love eggs. Like I eat a lot of eggs. Crazy stat about me. I don't think it's that crazy, but I bought 18 eggs the other day and I finished it in like 3 days. Now you may ask, how the heck is that possible? It's very possible. You eat 4 eggs like in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and then you eat maybe 3, like 4 the next day. It's finished. Like the next day it's finished. I love eggs. I eat a lot of eggs. Anyway, so I was like, oh, how can I elevate my egg eating experience? And I love cheese as well. So I was like, okay, let me get cottage cheese. Like, I mean, I obviously welcome the extra protein, so I get cottage cheese. And the first time I made it like scrambled. Like I would scramble it and put the cottage cheese and then scramble it. And then I'll eat it. I was like, this isn't really doing much for me. And also, what I realized that cottage cheese, funny enough, tastes a lot like amas. Like amas is like pasteurized milk. You have like with like umpa, which is like a South African like I don't even know like mini pop, no whatever. But it tastes a lot like amas, and I was like, wait, I kind of like this. But I hadn't scrambled eggs the first time, and I ate it with like cheese, and I was like, I don't know, like I can't really. It was definitely light, but I was like, it's not. No. So I tried it a different way. I was like, okay, scrambled, and then put it after because I kind of liked it when the cottage cheese was cold. And I was like, oh, this is much better, so much better. So then I kind of landed on just having a regular fried egg, cheese, and putting cottage cheese, the cold cottage cheese, on it with like a bagel. When I tell you, my life changed that day. Oh my goodness. And sometimes you don't even have to have the bagel. Like you could just do like 4 eggs, whatever, fry it, chop it, whatever, in pieces and put cottage cheese and cheese. Just have it like that. Oh, guys, I tell you, so good. You want your life to be better? You want to enjoy life more? Buy cottage cheese. Trust me, your life will change. It's I can't like when I go home, I'm gonna buy so much cottage cheese. I don't even know if they have it, but like so much cottage cheese. You don't understand. Like it's so good. Speaking of food, on the same topic of food, baking. I've really been into baking lately. I don't know what that itch came from, but it also could stem from I've been watching the Great British Bake Off, which is another obsession I've been having. It's just like a phenomenal show. I think it's just like the perfect light show, the Great British Bake Off. So I've been really into baking, and I bought this pumpkin puree thing, what, like a long time ago, and I was like really craving like a pumpkin chopped chip bake. I was like, ooh, this is just like what I'm craving. And I love pumpkin, but I've never had it in this context. So I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I just didn't do it. And I was like, one day, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So I made it, and it was good. I feel like it tasted kind of funny, but maybe that's just like how it tastes. But it was actually really good. I wish I'd made more. So I did save some like stuff. So before I leave next week, what I'm gonna sorry, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bake maybe the night before. The night before, should I? I don't know. Yeah, probably the night before I'm gonna bake, and then I'm gonna take it in a tub. No, I'm gonna take it in like some sort of like contain. Wait, that's not gonna work actually. I'm just gonna bake the day before because I was gonna bring it to the airport because then I was gonna sit at the airport, and eat my pumpkin chocolate bake, whatever. But that's not gonna work at all. So I'm probably just gonna make it next week and then just munch on it. To be honest, so I made that, and then I saw this recipe, guys. So this recipe on this like New York Times cooking for this like cranberry gingerbread. I was like, ooh. So I feel like this holiday is gonna consist of a lot of baking and even cooking. I'm not really like inspired lately to be cooking. I just like get chicken, get vegetables, and I throw it together and I eat it. It's great. Or like some sort of beef mince, do the same thing. But I've just been really enjoying baking and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, what was I gonna say? Breaking bread. I've been. I feel like I've had this realization, and this will be so stupid if you're listening, but I was like, in order to get good at making bread, I actually need to make it often. You know what I mean? So even this weekend, I'm probably gonna make bread, but I have to make it often to get good at it. Like the first time I made it here, I make it like once in a while, and I kind of forget what it's supposed to look like or what it's supposed to feel like when it's like done or whatever. But if I do it consistently, I'll get better, and I'll get like a better, eye for these things. So I've made like a couple of breads, and that's been really fun to just like make bread and whatever. So and also like having that bread with like a stew, Woo! With like a stew, guys. Stop. Um. Anyway, that's all I have. What's next? Yeah, I don't really have anything else to be honest. In my old thing, what I wrote for my obsessions. Let's see what I wrote. Oh, sometimes I look at the poems that I write and I'm like, why is this so dark? Not in like a bad way, but why is this like kind of deep? Okay, wait, sorry. I'm kind of looking. Hey, cute jeans. Take mine of me. Oh, golly gee. Guys, I can't find the. Okay, honestly, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna read you a poem. Random, I'm gonna read you a poem that I wrote. A poem that I wrote a while ago. If I can find it. Jeez, what is happening? What is going on? This is so much content in here. Okay, to end this episode off, you guys know I love some good poetry. I don't think this is working, so I know I'm holding it up. Okay, what is this called? Okay, so this poem is called Partners, and then the next poem I'm gonna read to you is called The Calm Before the Storm. Okay, this is so random. Okay, Partners. When did I write this? I wrote this 2 months ago. Okay, partners. A relationship between parties. I feel like I'm performing. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay. Partners. Question mark. Okay. A relationship between parties. Me and you and me. Side by side, filled with pride. Me and you, in this together. You, a competent. Me, a novice. I have so much to learn. I have much to learn. to be enough, to not disappoint, to not fail. Partners, right? In this together, right? Is this how I'm supposed to feel? We'll be okay no matter what, right? Wait, sorry. What just happened? Okay, I need to fix my structure. Oh, I see what I tried to do there. But basically, this is just kind of me being super cryptic and not feeling brave enough to like actually write sentences to like process my emotions about something. So, if anything, it's lazy. It's lazy poetry, but there's a lot of heart in it, which is what matters. Okay, the last poem I'm gonna read. I don't really remember the context of this. Hey, cute jeans. Sorry. Take mine. Oh, golly, genie. Look how ugly this journal is. Oh my gosh, I need to like fix myself. Look at this. You know what? Let me not say that. This journal tells a story. You know what I mean? It's been through it. It has some character. Okay. So let's not, you know, bash it, even though I'm the only one doing the bashing. Anyway, let me find another tone. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry about this. I hope you had a good day. Happy Thanksgiving whenever you listen to this. I'm going to a thing. What? Okay. Oh, I go to a Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow actually with my coach. So I feel very lucky and, grateful and thankful that she invited us. So me and my roommates are gonna spend Thanksgiving with her and some of her family and extended families. So that should be fun. Guys, I can't find this poem. So I'm excited to eat, obviously. Okay, I actually can't find this poem. I'm excited to eat. Thanksgiving is just one of those days where I really just have no limits, if I'm honest. Obviously, my body will, be like, okay, that's enough. That is enough. Enough food for you. But I'm willing to get to that point of being deathly sick because I ate too much. Okay, I can't find this poem. What the heck? Oh, I remember. No, I'm kidding. So I'm not trying to be deathly sick, but I just like Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh. Obviously, I don't have anything like that at home. Oh, guys. Okay, I'm gonna turn this into a song. Sorry, this doesn't even feel like a podcast episode. Hold on. Nope, that's not right. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't have things. Okay, I found it. We don't have anything like Thanksgiving at home, so I'm excited for this. Just eating a bunch of food. Okay, I found the poem. Calm before the storm. Honestly, I don't want to read this one because it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that one. I don't read it. Okay, let me put a sticky note. I've been really liking sticky notes, the little ones, because it signifies to me in my brain that this is important. So I just try to remember that. And every time I go through this journal, I go to those sticky notes first and think about what that is. Okay, I'm gonna read this poem. I think I want to turn this into a song. I really like it. Okay, I've definitely read this before. Sorry. Okay, everything in between. Oh, okay, sorry. Everything in between. Eye contact with a stranger at a stoplight. Uncontrollable giggles in serious situations. The unexpected love heart. Oh, look at God's creations. Feeling pure joy and laughter. Two peas in a pod. Swimming for hours in the pool. I can't wait to meet my daughter. The warmth of an overstayed hug. Curiosity sparked when I find a bug. Something I can't quite explain. And without it, life would be plain. The moments we live for, so small they may seem, but this is life, everything in between. I like that last. I think that last one is like my favorite. The last like verse or stanza. The moments we live for, so small they may seem, but this is life, everything in between. And then I really like the second one is kind of like what? um, but it's kind of what it means is that hope. It's kind of like a hope for something that I want in the future. It's like feeling joy and pure laughter, laughing with my daughter, two peas in a pod, me and my daughter, swimming in the pool for hours, me and someone else. And then I can't wait to meet my daughter. It's kind of like I can't wait to do those things with her. But it's kind of like what the heck. And the warmth, I like this one as well. The warmth of an overstayed hug and curiosity sparked when I find a bug. Something I can't quite explain, and without it, life would be plain. The moments we live for, so small they may seem, but this is life, everything in between. And that, folks, is all I have. I'm gonna leave, and I need to lock in on schoolwork. This is the time where I get super lazy and I just don't complete assignments, and it catches you. It will catch you. It's catching up to me a little bit. Um, so I just need to stay locked in a little bit. So I'm about to lock in on my schoolwork. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this episode. I appreciate you, and happy Thanksgiving. Spend time with your families, your friends, and your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Tell them you're thankful for them. Um, yeah, I love you all. Mwah. Hugs and kisses always. Guys, I need to cut my nails. Look how long they are. Can you even see? But yeah, hugs and kisses always. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm excited for our just journey together. We'll see where this takes us. Who knows? Maybe we'll be on Dancing with the Stars. No, we won't. I'm kidding. Okay, I love you. I'll see you soon, and bye.